thanks for joining TikTok Live here. Also, want to thank our sponsors here today. Amazing sponsors. We got Mission Nutrition, Fit Revolution, and Refuel Nutrition. If you need a quick pick me up with regards to energy, they've got energy bombs that you will not believe. Shark Bite. Uh, a Southern Belle that is to die for. You got to check them out if you're in the Sioux Falls, South Dakota area. Also, another great sponsor, Prairie Pro General Contractors. If you need a new roof or siding after these storms, call them today for free estimate 605 880 7776. They are covering quickly some more areas other than just up in northern part of South Dakota. Areas of Memphis, Tennessee, WTG underscore CJ14 underscore 2. You don't have to worry about your severe weather today. We're going to go ahead and break that all down for you. So please make sure that you stick with us. Tennessee area, eastern part of Tennessee is general thunderstorms, not expecting anything significant in that area. All right, let's go ahead and break down the weather for South Dakota here. It's been a while since I did the 7-day forecast for you, so I want to make sure that we do a solid on that. Today for Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the area that I live in, that is going to be the beautiful 62 degrees. Isn't it beautiful? No, I really would like some of those 70s and 80s to show up, but unfortunately, we have to wait until Wednesday. Rain soggy rain is going to continue kind of meander around throughout the whole weekend, unfortunately. Nothing severe is expected in areas of South Dakota, but that could end up changing. We do have that possibility for some more severe weather ramping up as we get into June. I won't be hitting that a whole lot today. Again, thanks for joining us on TikTok, Facebook, as well as YouTube. Hey, WTG, to last day tomorrow of third grade. Well, congratulations on moving on up to the fourth grade. That's awesome, dude. So, Aberdeen, South Dakota, we're expecting 60s, even some 50s. And the overnight lows, we're expecting those to be in the mid 40s, maybe get to a 50-degree by the time we get into Wednesday. That's the warmest day of your next week so far, as we get into 70 degrees. But again, those precipitation chances linger around pretty much the whole weekend long is the greatest. You got all, pretty much 100% for tomorrow, and then 70% on Sunday. But overall, I mean, we definitely needed the moisture, and it's going to linger around. So I guess we could be happy about it, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at areas of Rapid City to see if there's any snow. No, we don't have any snow expected over there. That's great. Areas of Rapid City, we do see chances for some severe weather. Those increase this evening. Now, I don't, based on the information that I'm seeing, I don't see uh, the SPC bringing this up to a real significant severe weather threat. It's general thunderstorms, so the lightning may be a little overdone. 44 degrees for your Saturday night. And then we do get that warming trend continue over into Wednesday, 72 degrees. Mostly sunny, then slight chances of rain showers for Wednesday. Areas of Pierre, South Dakota, let's go ahead and take a look at yours. Again, pretty much the theme throughout South Dakota is the rain continuing, but not a whole lot in way of it's just going to kind of throughout the day, off and on type of thing. Not going to be a complete drench. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the outlooks here. We do have, as you can see, areas of Texas. Let me make sure that that's the latest update here. I'm pretty certain it is. There we go. It's always good to have the latest update. Let me make sure this one's updated. All right, so they do have a slight risk for areas of Dallas. That is going to be some timing we'll have to figure out with regards to that, and I'll get to that here very, very shortly. So thanks so much for joining. If you haven't followed, be sure to follow. And then areas of Texas again get hard hit for day three, which that ends up being even we could end up seeing that on on Sunday and Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Texas is going to get some hard hitting storms for that area as well. Let's go ahead and take a deeper dive into the timing of some of these storms and see what time that those might show up. Yes, Lane, I am definitely thankful that this is not in Kentucky either. That is definitely good. What's Florida looking like in the southeast region? Well, for today, areas of Florida, we have a marginal risk. Let me go ahead and kind of play this out with the significant tornado parameters. We're not expecting any tornado information or tornado type of risk down in southeast part of Florida, but we could certainly take a look at some of the timing of the storms here. Again, this up top is in Central Daylight Time. Yeah, you definitely have been through it big time in areas of Kentucky. All right, so Port St. Lucie, that area around 3 p.m. your time starts to get some chances of hail right in that area. So certainly just make sure you have your umbrella, make sure you stay weather aware. Fort Lauderdale, Hialeah, Hollywood, Coral Springs area, that I would say would probably be more severe there. Let me take a look at Supercell Composite here just to double check that here. Yeah, so overall, the timing of that looks to be in the later part of the day and towards the evening hours. So hope that helps. All right, now let's go ahead. The rest of the U.S. Here's another area, but this is general thunderstorms. We're going to cover this area right here. Let me go ahead and pull up the composite reflective on that. We're looking at HRRR. These are weather estimates. We're going to just cover day by day here of the areas of severe weather. Okay. And as you can see, there's not really anything returning on estimated radar for areas of the east coastline there, even into some portions of the mid-southeast there, or the mid-south. Columbia, South Carolina, Atlanta, really don't see a whole lot there. So general thunderstorms is what they have outlined there. Now, here's where we get into some big boy stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Timing of this is going to be sometime after 5 p.m. is really when it gets ramped up. I apologize. After 4 p.m. So take a look at 4 p.m. here. You can start to see over by Lubbock some of these marginally severe storms popping up over here, and also even into areas of Tulsa and Oklahoma City area. But once that starts getting that heat of the day and other elements that are needed for storms to fire up, we already do have a special weather statement going on right now, and that is wind gusts of 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail. Nothing real significant. It's moving east at 30. That's kind of a precursor. Not going to be really ramping up too much until later on today. All right, so this is a look at 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and as you can see, those storms kind of move off to the east and the south. You got a couple of cells here that are pretty significant just south of Norman, Oklahoma, along the I-44 area. That would be around 7 p.m. North of Ardmore. You do have some significant severe weather possible there as well. And just a reminder, you guys in areas of Oklahoma today, you are under the risk for that tornado threat is, not 2% or not zero. It is still a 2% risk for areas of Oklahoma today. It is that area right there, as well as covering Wichita Falls, Texas, McKinney, Texas, Dallas, Texas, many of those areas. Again, this is just the timing. And I would say 8 p.m. is probably some of the most significant according to this weather model here. Right here, you're going to want to stay definitely weather aware. Thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate it so much. And then McKinney, Dallas, Texas area, your timing looks to be about 11 p.m. And that again is that possibility for some isolated tornadoes in there. I don't expect us to have long track tornadoes today. We will see a update at 11:30. Unfortunately, I do have to work today, so I won't be able to give you guys an afternoon update, but that's what we got for there. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other risks throughout the area. We'll move on up a little bit further north over to areas of Denver, Colorado, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. We do see just kind of meandering around. I'll take a look at NAM 3K and we'll see what that shows here. 1 second. Thanks for the follow, Lane ABC. All right, I think I took care of if you guys have any other areas you want me to take a look at, I'll take a look at tomorrow's risks because that unfortunately does have Oklahoma as well. So it doesn't look like Cheyenne and Denver area is going to be too significant. Again, that's the reason they have that marginal risk. Just stay weather aware for those areas. And again, areas of South Dakota, western part of South Dakota, we do see those general thunderstorms in those areas. Starry7, thank you very much for the follow. I guess that was on Lemon. Roger Solik, thank you for the follow. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your risks for tomorrow. Where does that go? I know it's kind of slow for weather-wise, but you guys could certainly share the live because we're going to go ahead and get into tomorrow's risks, which would be May 23rd. So let's go ahead and take a look at that with NAM 3K. These right now, as of right now, the risk for tornadoes for tomorrow is less than 2%. This is going to be mainly a wind and hail event in areas of Omaha, or not Omaha, but western part of Nebraska, as well as northwestern part of Kansas. So again, this is for the 23rd we're looking at right now. A lot of this is going to depend on some of the capping that is expected to be in some of those areas. Timing up top is 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. That's when I fully expect things to get more severe. It's going to be late in the day tomorrow. And this is having a real struggle pulling that information up. So let's go ahead and take a look at STP or actually, let's look at max updraft helicity. That's going to give us an idea of where that hail cores might be. All right, we'll back this up a little bit and go to the 23rd. As you can see, around 10 o'clock in the morning, we do start seeing some of those numbers show up here in McCook area, right along here, ever so slight. As we get a little bit further into the day, you start seeing over in areas of northeastern part of Colorado, big boy hail right here between Sterling and Ray, Colorado, and that is around 10 p.m. So this is going to have a real struggle to get going. It's not going to be during the magic hour of 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. that we typically see. So just stay mindful. You might have some overnight risks that you have to deal with for those areas. Love it. Thanks for the follow. DJ, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Again, everybody, if you can certainly go ahead and uh, share the live. We do these updates typically every day at 8 a.m. However, I do want to let you know with the holiday coming up, our lives are going to be a little bit more sporadic. Oh, I'm doing a nighttime bandit run from Atlanta to Texas tomorrow. Oh, okay, Professor Pilk, I'll take a look at that. So let me zoom out. So this is a look at the risks for tomorrow. You're going to have to deal with some showers for sure. And as we get into the overnight hours, I don't know how long that thing's going, but if you're over to areas of Texas, Dallas area for tomorrow, and then today, to look at tomorrow more importantly. Looks like around noontime, Oklahoma, kind of the Texas area around 8 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, okay, gotcha. 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot going on. You're going to, depending on what part of Texas, but it looks like eastern part of Lubbock there, east of Lubbock, Texas, around 8 p.m. is what I'm looking at right there. Let me go to the HRRR and see if that does a better job pushing that out. One second here. Somebody wants to know, is Saturday clear for Texas? So as you can see, as we get into today, pretty significant severe risk for areas of Dallas. And the HRRR doesn't have the latest update, so I'm not going to be able to go that far out with HRRR. Saturday, unfortunately, Saturday is not completely clear for Texas. You're looking at marginal risk up in the northern portion, up by Amarillo and Lubbock. You got the marginal risk. Yeah, Professor Pilk, I certainly hope that you don't have to deal with that, but let me give you guys an idea of the overall outlooks here. So here we have the overall outlooks. You got the dark shade of green for day 3, which ends up being your Saturday. So day 3 is a Saturday where you can see the yellow is the slight risk, marginal risk is the green. So again, just a reminder, marginal risk, you do have that possibility of isolated tornadoes sometimes showing up in there. So just be mindful of that. Jessica Edmond, driving from Minnesota to Denver tomorrow morning. How's the weather throughout those states? Tomorrow in areas of Colorado. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick here. One second. Switch the scene here back. Unfortunately for tomorrow, depending on the timing of when you're going, I'm just going to throw this Central Daylight Time up here. You'll see that right here is Central Daylight Time. So this is going to be the risk for tomorrow. We're taking a look at areas that are going to be impacted for tomorrow. So I would assume that you're probably going to be following along I-90. Maybe you're going to go a little bit further and go down to Omaha and go to Lincoln and go over to that area. So not sure, but we'll certainly take a look at that. Taking a moment because let's update here. One second. All right, a lot slower in our lives today because there's thankfully not any real severe weather yet. This is having a struggle for tomorrow, pulling that up. Stay weather aware in those areas, though, like Sterling, McCook, Nebraska, North Platte. If you're going to be following I-80 or I-76 area at all, you have that slight risk. As of right now, It's less than 2% risk of tornadoes in those areas, but there could be some changes. The biggest risk for these areas, if that's where you're going to be following, Jessica. Okay, good to know. So this is going to be wind and hail threat is the biggest risk as of right now, and the timing is a little tough to figure out because of the fact that not all the weather models are agreeing on this. So if I take a look at NAM 3K, just one moment here, and we'll kind of do a scan of that. Again, I'm just helping a gal out here, Jessica Edmond, for appreciate you joining and following. If you haven't followed already, appreciate it. So the timing of that on the 23rd looks like 8 a.m. There's going to be some light showers, a little heavier band here between North Platte and Kearney, and that's where we could end up having some of that the risk early on. But then the big question at this point is later in the evening hours as we get into 7 p.m. If storms can redevelop and there's not a whole lot of cloud cover over those areas in the daytime, then later in the evening we could have some more significant severe weather threats. So hopefully that helps you. Just be mindful, stay weather aware. Everything good in Blue Ball, Pennsylvania. Well, that's a new one. Let's take a look. Are you asking, Jeremy, are you asking for today? If you're asking for today, there's not really anything expected over the next several days in Pennsylvania. Oh, Brighton, Colorado. Let me go ahead and get Brighton here. I apologize. All right, Brighton, Colorado, as far as your risk, let me go ahead and pull up the risks for today just to keep you guys aware. Your risks for Brighton is general thunderstorms at this point. However, they do have this marginal risk just to the east of you. So just be weather aware today. They could end up expanding that. Atlanta's your hometown. You're welcome, Jessica. Let me kind of show the HRRR here. Thanks again, everybody, for the follows. And if you are able to, I would really appreciate some share the live so that way this gets out. We do end up doing these lives typically at 8 a.m. Again this weekend, unfortunately. Um, I will not be able to be live a whole lot. However, I do want to remind folks I will have a TikTok battle on Saturday, 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. 10 p.m. a TikTok battle. So I'm hoping all of my followers join for that fun fiasco. It's going to be my first TikTok battle. So I'm hoping that I don't lose, but going to be so much fun. Okay, WTG, your hometown is Atlanta, but you're being raised in Memphis. Well, at least you're able to, I mean, you got a couple of different areas, so I'm glad that you're able to hang out here today. That's awesome. Again, was trying to check for Brighton, but it's there we go. Yeah, the weather models are not doing a whole lot of good with this. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other risks here. We'll take a look at day 3, see how good that does. Actually, before I go down to that, I want to go over here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning. Why is it every single time that we have a live, we've got to have severe weather coverage? Hold on, folks.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now, and this is in areas of, looks like east. It looks like right over top Duncan. So we're switching over into live severe weather coverage mode. There is not a risk for um, this to be long tracked, but let's take a look at that nonetheless. The severe thunderstorm warning, okay, this was issued at 8:19, so I apologize I wasn't on the right scene for this, but issued 8:19 until May 22nd at 9 a.m. Stevens County. So where's my Oklahoma folks out? This is in southern Oklahoma, Stevens County, until 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time at 8:19. A severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles north of Coram, or about 10 miles southwest of Dunca, moving east northeast at 25 miles per hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Hail damage is expected. So some other areas that are expected to be impacted by this, we do have Duncan, Marlow, Comanche, Bray, Velma, Central High, and Empire City. Again, everybody, you need to share the live. Make sure if you've got anybody that lives in these areas, make sure that they're aware. Again, the severe weather risks that we're going through. We weren't expecting this to get this bad this early, but we'll have to see how this plays out. All right, so Duncan, right on top of you, basically, and you got 72-degree temperature in Duncan and 59-degree dew point. So just, there's lots going on there. Let me go ahead and take a look at the echo tops. That'll help us figure out exactly how high up those cloud bases go. Goodness gracious, we've got 40,000 feet, I bet. Let's go ahead and take a look at that a little bit further. Yep, we've got 44,000, 46,000. So this is going to become a dangerous storm here. It's already, you need to be aware, weather aware in here, and areas of like Velma. These are small rural areas of Oklahoma. And we do have some more development here in Pauls Valley, Wynwood. These are likely going to continue to build that line there. I do see some of these storms here near Wynwood that are starting to get the caps broken. It's 37,000 feet. Once you get to 40,000 feet, you're likely to have severe thunderstorm warnings issued, depending on how severe the hail as well as the wind threat. But this does look to start a wind threat along this whole I-35 area. Oh, thank you, Josh. Wynnewood. Okay. Appreciate that so much because I'm not, yeah, definitely wouldn't have known that. All right, so we do have other areas here of concern. That's Bray. So we do have the development happening there. And again, this severe thunderstorm warning is moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Remind you that areas in the green here, you guys today are in a tornado risk. That is a 2% risk, so just be mindful. Yeah, Josh, thank you so much. Yeah, they certainly are. All right.
A new severe thunderstorm
Okay,
warning
I'm
has been
guessing
issued.
that's a cancellation. Let's verify. Hold on one moment. Oh, that's an update. So hold on one second. Looks like they updated this. 1 second. That's still the same one. I got to find out what happened with that. So at 8:27. My ticker sometimes is faster, or my pop-up alert is sometimes faster than the information on Radar Omega. Ooh, I bet you it's this one, Chickasaw rogue cell right here by itself. So areas of Chickasaw, it's probably this. This is probably going to be a severe thunderstorm warning here. That's probably what it is. So folks need to make sure that you're aware. Chickasaw area, if you're along I-44, expect some hail. Ever so slight of hail, but that big time hail is down here near Duncan, Empire City, right on top of you there, south of Marlow. Those are in Oklahoma. Fort Sill, Oklahoma. You wanted me to check Fort Sill? Uh, Fort Sill, you can expect you're in that 2% risk for tornadoes, so stay weather aware today. It looks like these storms here just over north or west of Chickasaw are starting to see some additional development or rogue cells on their own. So they don't have anything else. You're welcome. They don't have anything else stealing the thunder, so to speak. But the main concern right now is over in Duncan, Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and take a look and see. Okay. Okay. So that severe thunderstorm warning that, the reason why the counter of active severe thunderstorm warnings did not uh, change. It wasn't a new severe thunderstorm warning, and I got to get that fixed. It is, well, it technically is a new one. It's just over Duncan area at 827 is now moving 30 miles per hour and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So these are going to impact areas of Duncan, Marlow, Bray, Velma, Central High, and Empire City. Of course, Empire City is right on top of you right there now. Okay, Sulphur, Oklahoma, which way are those moving? Currently, this storm here is moving off to the east. Sulphur Springs, I'll check you out here 1 second. I know that's, oh, Sulphur, sorry. Sulphur, Oklahoma. All right, let me pull this up here. Let's look at live radar right now, just so you're aware. All right, so Sulphur, we do have a higher, we do have some storms that are not severe yet that is to the northwest of you and the west of you. These storms right here, um, but they're not severe warned yet. However, this looks like it's building. So just areas of sulfur, continue to stay weather aware. You do have, you're in that severe risk for tornadoes today as well. That would be that 2% risk. You take a look at the hail. It doesn't look like there's any hail in there yet. I mean, this is showing some hail, but it's not dropping down to the surface. You're welcome, Kristen. All right, so back on this storm, what we were discussing here uh, was that the severe thunderstorm warning pop-up alert that came up and said there's a new one. It was an update to the original one because it's moving east at 30 now instead of 25 miles an hour, and they do have the confirmed quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So it's a very dangerous storm there. And again, if you're in the green zone, you are possibility of some isolated tornadoes. I don't think we're going to have long track tornadoes today. I do believe it's going to be more isolated. Typically, I don't leave you guys during severe weather, but I will probably need to leave you here in about another 20 minutes. Goodness gracious, no. All right, hang on a second. We're likely going to see this is developing very quickly. It's on its own, folks. All right, this is a very dangerous storm in west of Velma. I'm going to take a look at the base velocity at this point because we are starting to, I think there's rotation in here. One moment. I'm not going to fear monger you guys. I just want to make sure that we're looking at this in the right angle. Unfortunately, radars, there's few and far between, so it's very difficult to see it. So we are starting to see some areas of rotation. Let me get this back in the viewer a little bit. Um, we a very ever so slight, very broad area of rotation right here. So if you're in this area and you're west of Velma, so if you're right over top of Duncan, I would recommend that you get in your safe place. Okay, Velma, Oklahoma, you're going to be under the gun for this. I don't see this rogue cell dying out anytime soon. So this is going to continue to increase. Let's go ahead and take a new scan of what the echo tops are at. I bet you it's higher than the 46,000 it was earlier. We now have 49,000. Okay. So we are going to start seeing rotation now with this 45, 46, 49,000 feet. That is significant. So Dixie Park, Duncan, right in that area. It's right over top of you. This is quickly becoming a big time storm. Colin Boone, thank you so much for the report. You live in Lawton and can see the clouds. Big storm. Yes, absolutely. This is really picking up speed, even areas of Comanche. Where's my followers in Comanche? Hopefully you're safe. Memphis, Tennessee is okay tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are okay in Tennessee for the next few days. All right, right now we're focusing on areas of Oklahoma. Oh, we got this one to the north. Let's go ahead and take a look here. This northern one now has 50,000 feet. So Bray, get in your Bray, Oklahoma. If you are go ahead and make sure you get in your basement if you have one or a storm shelter. Go ahead and get in your storm shelter, Bray, Oklahoma. This is really getting escalated really quickly. So we now have 51,000 feet for your echo tops. It's a very significant storm brewing here. So I'm going to stay on live for now. Hopefully this dies out. I really do hope so. Again, this storm, just to remind folks, as of the latest update that was updated from the National Weather Service at 8:27, okay, this Central Daylight Time, that storm moving east at 30 miles per hour, okay, moving directly east at 30. Let's go ahead and put some estimates on this. If we put this one right here, I want to take a look at 30 miles per hour. We're going to go out a little ways here. The center of that storm, Bray within the next 10 minutes. Purnell, these are in Oklahoma. Purnell within the next 44 minutes. Foster, Satterwhite within the hour. Elmore City within the next hour. Antioch within the next hour. And Katy, if this thing can hold together, and I don't see it dying out unless this one that's to the north, which is over by Chickasaw area of Oklahoma, unless those start building a line, which it could, then they could end up forming more of a wind event. But right now, nothing is stealing the energy from this one that is right on top of Duncan and Marlow, Oklahoma areas. All right, we'll do a estimate here for this one, 30 miles an hour. I know it's kind of moving. 1 second here. Center of that storm, let's get 30 miles per hour here. See which areas are going to be impacted. So the Velma within the next 25 minutes, the front part of that storm, if you're in Velma, Oklahoma, you can certainly see those clouds. And now this is mainly rural areas, but still lives are at stake here. Tussey, county line, those areas of Oklahoma.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what the hail threat is. That's not available. Let's go ahead and see if this is, I bet you they updated this one in northern part. like where Chickasaw is. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. 1 second here. All right, Chickasaw, Oklahoma area. Right now, that is a special weather statement, but I do expect this is probably the one that they updated. It was showing signs of hail. Let's take a look and see where the other one is here. 1 second. Waiting for Radar Omega to get that updated here. It looks like they may have updated the polygon here. Okay, this is the one. So it's an update. Now it is ping pong ball size hail. This is the one that's over by Duncan. Ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. At 8:38 a.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles southeast of Marlow and 4 miles southeast of Duncan, moving east northeast. So it's changing a little bit of direction, east northeast at 30 miles per hour. Duncan, Marlow, Bray, Velma. I was stating that Velma, you need to get in your safe place. Yeah, other mods. I know Jay is. I appreciate you joining, and so we do have a moderator in here, and I apologize, don't have the name because it's the cat. Used to go by Walk Stars, but I don't know what it is now. But anyhow, we have just one mod in here, and the reason for that, Jay is moving. He's downsizing from a very large home to a very much smaller home, and then Jeff is likely working. So all of our mods, most of our mods, I should say, are folks that do this as a voluntary basis, um, and they do an excellent job at alerting people and keeping people informed. Oh, hey Jeff. There's Jeff. I thought you were working, bro. It's not a huge thing. Hey, purple candy. Thank you so much. Thanks for the follow. All right, so I'm expecting things to die out here, Jeff. Uh, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to ask my other moderator because I can't keep saying cat pick person. You don't have to even give me your real name. Just uh, I I just need to make sure that I make sure that people are aware who the moderators are. You can see the little moderator emoji thing next to him, but you're welcome. No, this is roller. This is not a game. This is real. This is not a game. So severe thunderstorm warning at 8:38 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Severe thunderstorm located 5 miles southeast of Marlow and 4 miles southeast of Duncan, moving east northeast at 30 miles per hour. Ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Again, this is moving east northeast. This could end up impacting Pauls Valley, but that's a long ways away. The sulfur one that originally was looking pretty good over by Wynnewood, Oklahoma, that's kind of dying out. Correct. There are some indications of this rotation here. Let me go ahead and take a look at that now because that was earlier. Sometimes these things can recycle. That's the vertical integrated liquid that we're looking at right now. All right, and now let's go ahead and see if we can find a different radar to have a better idea of where this rotation is or if there is any. Very broad area of rotation, not needing a tornado warning at this point. Whoops. All right, so right here you can kind of see it. So when you see the negative numbers, and I apologize you're not able to see that real well here. The negative numbers, and then we have ever so slight a positive. Where's those at? I don't think we're going to be able to pick it up on this radar, but a lot of wind with this. A lot of wind and hail with this one right here. So it looks like the rotation is kind of dying out that we had earlier. So hence the reason we got a 1 on it instead of a 2 that was earlier. So that's the great thing. When it dies out, I'm happy. Again, still a dangerous storm. This is basically on top of Bray, Oklahoma, Duncan. It's just to the east of you. Be sure to go ahead and do a solid to do a follow. Appreciate that very much. Again, Jeff, to my moderators, I will not be on here much longer. I'll probably be leaving, and I do want to let folks know that there is additional development that's expected later today. While we don't have anything significantly severe, other than that, oh, there's the one we got. Where's my ticker? Where's my alert? Should be popping up any moment here. A little slow today, apparently. Here we go. This one I was talking to you about Chickasaw. It's by itself. I was telling you that that was probably going to be issuing a severe thunderstorm warning, and there it
A
is.
new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, new severe thunderstorm warning. That took a little while for that ticker. 8:45. It was issued at 8:45 Central Daylight Time. This has got quarter-size hail. This was issued out of Norman, Oklahoma, Cleveland County, Grady County, and McLean County. Let's take a look at that one right now. Yep, I can definitely see the hail factors in there. 66.43 kilograms m squared. So that is the quarter size hail there. By the time it drops down to the surface, it melts a little bit. So therefore, it really can't be considered can't be considered any bigger than that because by the time it melts down there. So there you go. And then this one, ping pong ball size hail was reported with that one. Two lonely cells. Oh,
A new
goodness.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Where is that one at? Stevens. This is golf ball size hail now, so I'm guessing that's this one here. Let's take a look and see if we've got Stevens, Oklahoma. Okay, so that's this one right here. Yep. So that is an update showing golf ball size hail. Waiting, there it is, golf ball size hail. They updated this at 8:46. A severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles east of Duncan, moving east northeast at 30 miles per hour. Another severe storm was located 4 miles west of Bray. So we have Bray and Velma. I was discussing about a half an hour ago, it seems like, and I was telling you, Velma, you need to get into your safe place because this is definitely a strong storm. And we got this one here, Comanche. So this is starting to develop. We're probably going to see this get a severe thunderstorm warning tag on it here shortly. So they're probably going to extend this further down into this area, somewhere in there. Just going to take some time. Let's take a look at the vertical integrated liquid here and see, yep, this one here, Comanche. Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for the follows. I appreciate that. Gene Belcher, Mama Ash, thanks for sharing the lives. Again, folks, we're covering severe weather in Oklahoma area. All right, we just have the two severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Let's go ahead and break around and see what's expected for later today. Okay, right now I'm looking at the severe risks for tornadoes. I'm going to shut that off for right now. And let's go ahead and do a solid and kind of show folks what could possibly happen. We went through an 8 a.m. update here with HRRR. Okay, these storm cells are expected to kind of move eastward, northeastward. And then this is an estimate for Oklahoma area. We're going to see more development happen this afternoon. North of Ada, Hunter's not on here, but he's a good friend out of um, Ada area. So 4 p.m. that development gets a little bit stronger. Here again, we're going to take a look. This is the alerts are live, but this radar imagery is estimated based on 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is what we can expect. So again, let me bring up the tornado risk. Unfortunately, I do have to work my full-time job today, so I'm not going to be able to continue this live. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this through Norman, Oklahoma. So we're expecting this is additional development that's expected later today around 4 or 5 p.m. Pauls Valley, I would definitely stay weather aware between Maysville and Pauls Valley, even Sulphur, Springer, Ardmore. I mean, look at these intense storms. That purple shades are the most intense part of the storms. Now, you guys are probably wondering, okay, so when is it all going to be done, right? Additional development this afternoon for Oklahoma, and then it kind of goes into areas of Dallas, Plano area late tonight. Unfortunately, areas of Killeen could have that wind and hail threat as we get into 1 o'clock in the morning, Waco. And then by the time you get to 3 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty much dying out. So you got a long night in areas of Texas. And reminder, folks, here is the overall outlook for today. Slight risk. I do have a feeling that they're going to probably extend this slight risk a little bit further south. But the green, the darker shade of green is a marginal risk. And the lighter shade of green is a general thunderstorms. Jeff, no, I'm not going to be live later today. Again, I think I did cover areas of Dallas there. I just seen the note here. So again, Dallas, you're in that slight risk, so stay weather aware today. Most of your risk is going to be late tonight into the overnight hours. I will not be live again later today. Folks that typically do go live that I follow and I trust would be Mesomat. Jessica does weather. Connor's climate. Those are folks that are on TikTok. I don't have a whole lot that are on Facebook and YouTube that I follow for certain that do like the in-depth radar. Plenty of chasers that I know, um, but I want to give you guys the warning stuff. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Again, I do have to work, so I was saying in the beginning that I was going to probably have to let you guys go about 9 o'clock. My son's at the dentist, and my wife is needing me to pick him up. So I'm going to let you guys go. God bless. Stay safe. Is it coming down to North Dallas? No, yes, Nick, it's going to be coming to North Dallas. And again, that's going to be super late in the evening. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank our mods, Jeff, And I do want to remind folks also that this weekend, Saturday at 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, I have my very first TikTok battle. Come join if you're following. Uh, we definitely want to bring anybody in there because I'm going to need to make sure that I battle it out and I win the battle because I can't lose my first battle. Uh, it's crazy. All right, folks, let me give you one last update before I let you go. I know, always say that I'm going to go, but then I see this other storm here. Let me go ahead and pull that up here. 1 second. Okay, this one here, just southwest of Blanchard, looks to be dying out. So I do expect that to just fizzle out. The one here that's on top of Velma, that still is intense. I'm going to take a look at the echo tops, and that'll help me figure out if it's dying out. It's still dangerous. Look at that, 56,000 feet. So this is really still a dangerous storm with a 60-mile-an-hour winds. We do have the golf ball size hail. I expect them to extend this severe thunderstorm warning to areas eastward once it moves out of that polygon area. The one here where Blanchard is still dangerous. It does have there it is. They just extended it. So hold on one moment here. So Wynnewood, Katy, Tatums, you guys are all going to end up getting impacted by this golf ball size. Again, it has a history of golf ball size hail. Let's get the new warning.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so this still has ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. At 8:54, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles north of Velma, moving east at 40, so it's picked up speed. Originally, this storm was 25 miles per hour. Then they updated it to 30. Now it is 40. It's trucking along pretty quickly. Areas of impact: Comanche, Bray, Elmore City, Velma, Katy, Foster, Tatums, Loco, Ratliff City, Graham, Poolville, Hennepin, Milo, Fox, and Purnell. These are all areas of southern Oklahoma, western Murray County, northwestern Carter County, eastern Stevens County, southwestern Garvin County, and this is until 8:45 p.m. or 8:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So this one down here, don't expect this to die out anytime soon. I do expect this to eventually impact areas of Sulphur, Oklahoma, as it continues to track eastward. But by the time it gets a little bit further east, I'm thinking it's going to die out. But the reason why I believe that it might die out is because I believe these two storms, the one over just to the west of Norman, and this one that we're talking about that's east of Duncan and right on top of Velma, Oklahoma, those are likely uh, joined together, and then it's going to basically die out a little bit because the two storms will just fizzle out because they are stealing the energy from each other. That's basically how it goes. Call in sick today, yeah. It would be nice if I could, but funny. All right, so let's take a look here. 32, this one here is 8:45. Severe thunderstorm located near Tabler, moving east 30 miles per hour. Again, Tabler is impacted by this. Naneka, Bridge Creek. Smith dot interceptor. Where'd you get hit? Where'd you get? Can you give a location? So Smith Interceptor Weather 2.0, can you tell us your location so that we can make sure that we get the information to folks? Can't just leave us hanging, dude. Marlow, okay. I'm gonna guess that you're a storm chaser. Oh, you were on the north side of it. Yeah, Marlowe was on the north side of that severe thunderstorm warning. Yes, Kristen, it is making its way towards Sulphur. Um, and this one does have a history of ping pong ball size hail. Just west. Okay, thanks so much, Red Eyed Skell. Appreciate it. Stay safe. So, right now, we do just have the two severe thunderstorm warnings. This was including Cleveland County, Grady County, McLean County. Also, we have another one that is for another 45 minutes. Carter County, Garvin County, Murray County, and Stevens County both have hail as well as wind impact. So this one down here is the one that has the history of ping pong ball size hail, and then the one over by Chickasaw area, that one does have quarter size hail. And again, the one up to the north looks like it's kind of fizzling out a little bit. Check Ardmore. Ardmore, right now, this storm is expected to stay north of Ardmore. However, Ardmore, you definitely want to stay weather aware. Later this afternoon, you have additional development that is expected. So these storms down here, they are moving eastward at 40 miles per hour. So right now, Ardmore, uh, you're good. Don't expect anything until later this afternoon for additional development. You're welcome. All right, folks, I do need to let you go. Stay weather aware today. Hi, Rylan. That's funny. One of my friend's buddies decided to stay overnight. All right, you guys have a great day and stay safe. This is the risk that you guys have: slight risk in the yellow, marginal risk in the green, and then the lighter green, that is the general thunderstorms. Tornado risk, wham bam, no thank you, ma'am, but unfortunately you got it. Wichita Falls, areas of Ardmore, you're in that risk for tornadoes today. Gainesville, Texas, Sherman, Texas, Denton, Texas, McKinney, Plano, Dallas, Claiborne, Graham, Sulphur Springs, Texas, all those areas are possible. Ohio doesn't have a risk today for severe weather. All right, I got to let you guys go. God bless, stay safe, and I will certainly be back tomorrow for a daily live update. Seems like every single time that I do a daily live update, I have some kind of severe weather that breaks out. Thank